welcome to the Fourth Act.
What's up?
I'm Alex and that's Phil, and Bloodshot is in theaters right now.
Woo!
So we're going to talk about a different movie. We're going to be talking about some early classic Vin Diesel. We're talking Riddick.
No, we're talking Pitch Black.
AKA Riddick 1.
No, it's the Chronicles of Riddick, Pitch Black.
Riddick.
Well, we've already disagreed on the title, but let me get into the rules. We each have 3 points written down. We're going to take turns going back and forth. If we agree with each other, we get a bald guy. And if we disagree, we get a red X. I went into this movie 20 years too late. I didn't watch it when it came out. I just watched it for this video. And I gotta say, I wasn't that impressed because I couldn't really feel or understand Riddick as a character. He's not really like...
Good old
Pride and
Mark
depth.
Vincent Sinclair. The second? Is he the second? I want to say.
I don't know. Yes.
I like that he's discovering his mojo as Vin Diesel, as like these big hunky characters who are essentially superpowered. I don't know why he can just crack any bone in whatever direction he wants. He's very mysterious. And I actually liked that. The voiceover of him saying your animal side is the only one that stays awake. No wonder I can't sleep. Like, that's enough for me. That's like,
that
that's the equivalent of like the boogeyman monologue for John Wick.
They called him Baba Yaga.
The boogeyman?
Well, John wasn't exactly the boogeyman. He was the one you sent to kill the boogeyman.
It got good when he talked about religion and about how he believes in God and he doesn't like God. And I wanted to learn more about that. But it just veered off into like just mindless action.
Sneak peeks into who he is, but he's mysterious.
Sneak peeks.
And that's important. So I disagree. I thought there was good use of light in this movie.
Ooh.
With the three suns, they were different colors. They had a blue sun, they had a red sun. It was very overexposed. It was very disorienting. It added to the feel. It was just a very ominous environment. Okay. So off-putting. They're very far from home. The way the sun was peeking out around the one planet next to them was very reminiscent to me of some Blade Runner shots. Just some really good sci-fi. And then equally when it got dark, there was really good use of light as well.
I was supposed to die in France. Never ever saw France.
I was very uncomfortable watching the overexposure in the first half of the movie, and I do see how that worked to the favor of the narrative, so I do like the light.
I wouldn't call it good, like, masterful cinematography.
But it puts you in that element.
Yes.
So I agree.
Yeah.
This feels like a movie that if you had older brothers, they would be telling you as you grew up, man, you gotta watch Pitch Black. It's so good. It's so good.
That's funny. My brother actually had the goggles and the knife that goes around your... He had that. He took after Riddick.
Oh my god.
That's how... And it feels like the movie's on the verge of like breaking into some like early 2000s death metal, like at any point.
Like I said, lately you gotta worry about me.
I definitely see where you're coming from. I agree, I guess.
Brother.
The goggles. Is it just me, or does it kind of make him look like Opie from Family Guy?
I don't know Opie.
You know Opie?
Watch American Dad.
Opie from Family Guy?
That's a stretch.
It's just that his because they go out to the sides.
No, they're very stretched.
Or maybe like the chicken from Moana.
Yes, I agree with the chicken more. The rooster. I agree with the rooster more than
Alan
the chicken.
Tudyk's
Or than
character.
yes. 2 dicks?
Yeah.
Not 1 dick, 2 dicks?
2 dicks. Yeah. We all know roosters have 2 dicks. What is this?
He is your superior.
I don't mean to harp on this movie, but it just feels like it's kind of inconsistent with the character and now the tone, because it starts off with this futuristic noir sci-fi film, really dark, like we said, overexposed at the same time, and then as it develops, his character gets out of the cuffs and he starts wisecracking, and there's like some really deep religious context in it. And I feel like it doesn't know what it wants to be.
The only thing separating this movie from the likes of Alien, because, I mean, let's face it, this plot's been done before many times.
Just what the hell is going on here?
You're being hunted. This planet is a game preserve. And we're the game.
Riddick being there is the thing that's different. I think that's what has the people following it. I think people remembered his character from this movie.
When it jumped from survival to thriller to action, it just felt out of place to me.
I don't think that's what the issue is, and that I disagree with you. Piggybacking off of that, I think that this was not the best use of the sci-fi genre. And I think that's more so what's missing is that, and I've said this on the channel before, sci-fi is at its best when it uses unfamiliar, alien, otherworldly situations,
Sci-fi.
story elements to break down our human tendencies.
Yes, sure.
As a human race, in the grand scheme of things, I think that's what sci-fi is for. And I think that's what most of them do. Alien does it, Blade Runner does it.
Quite an experience to live in fear, isn't it? That's what it is to be a slave.
I think the movie tries to do that. You know, all these people stranded on an alien planet.
They're all
Are they going to get along?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure, I get where you're coming from.
I just think in the end, it didn't really get there the way other sci-fi movies do.
It's somewhat unfulfilling. I'll agree with you if you agree with me.
No.
We basically
That's
said
my
the same
point.
thing.
Is I don't agree with you.
No,
I think
okay,
this is,
fine. Look, then I disagree. Okay.
I don't feel like you do. I feel like you
Okay,
agree.
fine. I agree. Let's just cut. All right, let's just cut. There you have it. That's our score.
Wow.
4 bald guys and 2 red X's.
I forgot we were doing bald guys. I wonder who we're gonna choose. But that's not it. We have a few other things we want to say real quick. We're gonna rattle off some points.
Some
Go,
Riddick
go, go,
rattle-offs.
go, go. Woo! They shot a random survivor, and he was not part of their crew. What happened with that? Was that anything? It's weird because we see Vin Diesel shaving his head in this movie, yet he has more hair than I've ever seen on him before.
Yeah. Speaking of shaving, can we please shave our heads for this?
No.
Come on.
Not yet.
How many races do you have? No. Did you pick this because of the Australian cast members? Because you're Australian?
No, I did not know.
75% of the cast members are Australian. Fry, Paris, Shazza, Jack, Zeke, Greg Owens,
Why am I
Ali.
supposed to know their names?
They're all Australian except for Vin Diesel.
All right. Sorry.
It bothers me that all the bugs are now stuck inside that bottle of Jack Daniels whiskey.
Yeah. What? I mean, does anyone care about those bugs?
No.
Where's their justice? Hashtag justice for the glowy bugs.
What are you afraid?
That's it for this act. Thank you for watching. We will be back next week, or maybe sooner. I don't know.
Yeah.
Follow us on social media. We have Facebook and Twitter now. If you want to know what's coming up, maybe we'll give you a little hint. And leave us a comment. Are you afraid of the dark? What is your favorite kind of nightlight? If you are,
What?
I guess.
Who cares?
like and subscribe, or
Or don't, because you have free will.
Yeah.